Okay, so we're in the middle of June and we're hearing some questions being asked. George, the buyers seem to have left and we're not seeing as many showings or we're not getting as much activity and what the heck is going on? And today we're going to go over that. We're going to go over the metrics. We're going to talk about some of the seasonality. We didn't see some of it last year. We're seeing a little bit more of it this year. We're going to go through all of that. So in the meantime, make sure you subscribe. If you like what you hear, make sure that you share it. The key thing about all of this information is it's free and it's in real time. It's not 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 months ago. It is a real-time bit of information and it's free. So make sure you share it. If you have questions, definitely make sure that you ask because we've been volleying some really, really good questions and we'll see what the rest of the month shakes out. Okay, so you might remember that I think it was 2 weeks ago we talked about some of the seasonality of real estate. So one of the first downturns, if you want to call it as such, or what we call the real estate ghost town, is about mid-May till about July 4th weekend, just after the July 4th weekend. And it's totally normal. Why? It starts to get sunny. It's beautiful weather. Kids are getting out of school. Parents are adjusting to new schedules. People want to go and travel. Last year, we really didn't see much of it. But then again, we were supposed to be at home, not buying houses, but to stay home. And this year, some kids were going to school. The weather's a little bit nicer. We've got a lot more flexibility. State parks are open. People are camping. I know lots of people that are out and about. In fact, getting lending information today was a little challenging, but it was still, hey, I think it's awesome that people go out and have a good time. Be safe. But now, does that mean that our real estate market is going downward? No, not at all. Are we seeing a little bit of softening, meaning that people's focus is not 100% on buying a house? Absolutely. And that's okay. Don't panic. It might take, a little bit. Just make sure that you are solid on your marketing. Make sure that, that you're making your home available and whatnot. You will be just fine. It's not what we will call, it's not a catastrophic event. It's nice to see things come back to normal. After July 4th weekend, we normally see a big surge, and that is going to go until about mid to late August. Yes, again, we got people that are last-minute vacations. We've got people that, families that are getting their kids into schools. They're trying to get things situated and, getting ready for that transition. Again, normal. That'll slow down till about the 1st of October, boop, and then she hits off again. So it's normal cycles, normal trends. It's a little bit softer. We're still seeing in what we would consider close-in areas, we're still seeing a lot of activity. In the more rural areas, yeah, it's fallen off a little bit. Not uncommon. So if you're out there in the market, just be patient. You're good to go. This is normal. Okay? All right. Let's hit on our numbers here really fast. So month over month, we've seen a 48.3% increase in activity, month over month. Not uncommon. Again, we're still in our summer months. We're still seeing a lot of activity coming in. Month over month, new on market is a big number, 68.1%. Part of that doesn't really clearly show over here over the last 7 days, especially when we take a look at the pendant. When we come down here, even though we're up 12.4%, notice that the new on market is significantly higher month over month. When we come over here, however, and we take a look at new on market versus pendant, okay, our numbers are spot on, okay? So we're seeing, as inventory comes on, we are seeing the buyers match that pace. And that we can clearly see here. When we come down here year over year, we're up 21.5%. We are still outperforming what we did last year. And last year was, wrong list. Last year, we were still up over the year before that because here is our June, right here. You can see it right there. That is when we started for the first time because you see light green is active, dark green is sold. You can see, boom, that was our first transition month. And then, of course, as you see, the green has outperformed the light green. Dark green is over light green, when historically it has always been the inverse of that. And this is the longest we have ever seen this run. In my 27 plus years of practicing, this is a crazy environment and rather interesting. So when we take a look at the pended and the sold, not only month over month, but really year over year, hey, we're almost 30% up on sales year over year. Holy smokes. But the interesting thing is, because we have a massive amount of homes coming on month over month, we actually brought that number down from 43%. That's what it was a couple of weeks ago, because remember, we were bobbling between 42 to 50% right in there, less inventory year over year. We're now starting to see some of these numbers transition and change and become a little bit more normalized. Well, except for our solds. Solds are still off the chart. Okay. Well-priced homes are still going to sell. It's going to happen. Okay. People are on vacation. People's focus is not exactly on real estate right now. Some are, some aren't. Don't panic. It's okay. It is normal. All right. It's a little bit of forgiveness when it comes into that. All right. So we take a look at the last 7 days. We had 1,839 that came on market, 2,221 homes that came off. So we're still seeing more homes going pended than what has come on market. Sold 1,635. Okay, so those in the last 7 days has dropped down a little bit, even though our numbers are still significantly higher. Again, this is just the last 7 days. It's kind of like a quick running average. But this right here, I expected that one to be a little bit lower and this one to be a little bit higher, based on the fact that, yeah, we're seeing, what is it? We're seeing a slight seasonal slowdown. Slight. Slight. Not, slight. All right. With that, rates. 2.875 is par pricing today, according to Dan Golden at Cornerstone Lending. And 7 and 1s are 2.125. That is going to be consistent with a lot of the lenders. Non-owner occupied, like the owner occupied financing, non-owner occupied, all rates have actually come back down. We're at 3.75. Remember, we were shaking the 4s on non-owner occupied, and here we were shaking, into the low 3s. So we have seen rates adjust. And again, had some really awesome conversations. In fact, one of them, while we were out, we were being blown around the lake. As you might remember, I said we were out fly fishing. We were on our little pontoon float tubes. And when the wind kicks up, you sometimes are, you have to work extra hard with your flippers to kind of just maintain where you're at, which is kind of funny. We were out with Sean, and Sean's like, I'm not going anywhere. That's a good thing, because otherwise you find yourself at the other end of the lake. But anyway, we had some great conversations about rates and what to look for and what to be careful of when we're looking at rates. And one of them is timing, and understand that they go up and down every single day, multiple times a day. So keep that in mind. But right now, hey, good news for those folks. Hopefully you've got the ability to write down a rate. They normally will adjust a rate, not if it's like an eighth, but if it's like a quarter, I think, or something like that, they'll allow you to bump down. Some lenders do, some don't. Okay, just understand. So make sure that when you're taking a look at that, you're timing them at the same day and the same time when you're getting pricing, and of course credit score and loan to values and everything that we talked about. I have Marie post that video. Five key things to look for when getting your financing. All right. So the big question is, the June market going down? And the answer is no, not at all. In fact, we're still seeing appreciation. We are still seeing a lot of sales. Yes, the focus from buyers has waned a little bit, but only because of the season, because of vacations and everything else. Don't panic. It's totally behind. It's normal. Okay. It will kick back up again, and then as kids get ready to get back in school again, expect it to drop off. Why? Kids are physically going to be in class. That is going to be a big transition this year, because for the last year we haven't been. So don't be surprised if as we hit, mid-August, all of a sudden we see, activity from buyers really slow down as one, vacations, two, kids get back into school. Don't be surprised. Expect it. Plan for it, and you'll be good to go. Anyway, make sure you subscribe, share the link, let us know what questions you have. It's going to be another absolutely stellar day out there. Have a fabulous day. Stay safe, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.